reception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check 315. Check 55. Hang out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 59 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Protect yourself, baby.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Right there, 54 Mike. It's been a long day for you.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 74 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Jim. Check 31, check 31.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Left. Everyone go. Mike, 55.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Leaps past him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's just me and you. Alert. Switch it. Check.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They keep on the ground with Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
Come on. 50.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Elliott, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Prescott off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Cooper was the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Listen. Undercut.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They start on the ground with Elliott. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 70 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Mike, here we go. Sliding. Mike 5-4. Focus, defense, focus. Check 3.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let them know.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
You don't want no problem.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Prescott now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. It's caught. Lockett. The end result, 21 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Great job. Touchdown for Dan.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The quick slant caught. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 54. Check. 26.
They'll run with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Wide 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. 30, past the 20, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Again, it's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, defense.
And the blitz does come. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw is Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Brings up 3rd
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 55 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Tackles, tackles.
Wilson to throw. He's got Lockett. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
There you go. Check. 12.
Throwing now is Wilson. Steps away, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion, but did